Alright, so next we have the dividing fractions tab. And so the first thing we need to look at is, and I'm sorry my room light went off, but we should be fine. The first thing we need to look at is the rule. So at the top, we're going to write keep, switch, flip. That's the rule we use to multiply fractions. So you keep the first fraction, you switch the operation, and then you flip the second fraction. So for instance, we got 7/15. We're going to keep the first fraction, 7/15. We're going to switch the operation to multiplication, and then we're going to flip this second fraction to 5/4. Okay, and so now we're going to multiply straight across like we did before. It becomes a multiplication problem. So we multiply 7 times 5 is 35, and then we have 15 times 4 is 60, and now we have 35 over 60. And so now you have to ask yourself, well, can I simplify that fraction? You can. Just looking right off, you can simplify by the number 5. So 35 divided by 5 is 7. And then 60 divided by 5 is 12. And so we end up with 7/12. Okay, so the same thing for this second example. We have -5/12 divided by 2/3. We're going to keep the first fraction, so we keep -5/12. We switch the operation to multiplication, and then we flip the fraction to 3/2. And then now we just multiply straight across. And so 5 times 3 is 15, and since this is a negative and there's no negative here, that is a -15. The signs are different. Okay, and then now we do 12 times 2, and that is 24. I cannot simplify that, so that is my answer. Okay, so what would happen if you had a fraction and an integer, a fraction being divided by an integer? Well, just like we did for multiplication, you will put this number over 1. And so now it's a fraction. And so we keep the first fraction, -9/10, and then we switch the operation to multiplication, and then we flip this fraction to 1/6. And so we have -9 times 1 is 9, -9, because it's a negative and no negative there. Then we have 10 times 6 is 60. So right off, I know I can simplify by 3 at least, and 9 divided by 3 is 3. 60 divided by 3 is 20. So it'll be -3/20. And then the last one is a mixed number. So we're going to keep this first one, but we're going to make it an improper fraction first. Okay. 10 times 4 is 40, plus 3 is 43/10. We're going to switch the operation to multiplication, and then we flip this to 5/3. Okay, so now we have 43 times 5, and that gives you 215 over 30. So I know right off that I can divide 215 by 5. Okay, I can take this and divide by 5. And so that gives me, when I use the calculator, 43. Use the calculator to make it quicker. Then we have 30 divided by 5, and that gives me 6. And so now I have to make this a mixed number. We do 43 divided by 6. 6 goes into 43 7 times. 7 times 6 is 42. Okay, that leaves 1. So this is my numerator, this is my denominator. It's 7 1/6. And that's it.